done a Thursday night live in quite some time.
I know, but it's
And we're an
okay.
hour early.
Really?
Yeah. Normally we do the Thursday night live at 11. But,
Oh.
with this new thing we're doing, it's 10 o'clock because 11 is a little too late for me. Roman Santos said, why they call it. Okay.
Ooh.
Why they call it what? I don't know because you didn't say. Jeff says, shout out to you both. Hi, Jeff.
Shout out to you, Jeff. Hi.
Yes. Hello. How are you? So tonight we're talking about tips and tricks for content creators, something that both you and I have in common.
Yes, indeed.
We are content creators, digital dominatrixes, and hustling hoes.
Yes. Period.
Period. So let me ask you a question, Anita. What is your favorite platform?
Ooh. My favorite platform right now is probably the platform I make the most money on,
What platform
which
is that?
which is my loyal fans.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, my OnlyFans comes in a really close second though.
Okay. Okay.
But I've been consistent longer on loyal fans than I have on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So
I think that's probably the key. And the first tip and trick that we should give is that consistency, no matter what platform you're on, is definitely going to pay off in the long run. And just putting that time, effort, and attention into one platform, making it real successful, and then figuring out a way to streamline it and automate it before you start trying to sign up for every website. Because what ends up happening is you get burned out and you get overwhelmed when you have like 50 different sites to update. And then
yeah,
some of them require different watermarking, so you have to edit it differently. It's just a lot of work. So my first advice would be to pick one platform and really build on that, make it super successful, and then a lot of them you can schedule content, so you just like get that one so that it's like really robust, and then maybe bring on something else. Would you agree?
yeah, no, I definitely do agree. You have to take one step at a time. You can't run before you walk, you know?
You can't?
No, you can't. You're gonna face plan if you do.
This is true. This is very, very true. So one of the questions that we got, I had asked on social media, what are some questions that you would want to ask a professional, a consultant, a creative, or a mentor? And one of them said, do I need to register my content creation as a business? Which is an excellent question because
Mhm.
a lot of people think that, oh, it's just a hobby. Why do I need to register myself as a business? Hi, Jason. Hello. How are you?
Hi, Jason.
Why do you need to register your business? There's a few reasons. One, when you start getting multiple sources of income and you're depositing it into your personal bank account, that could be problematic because they're business payments. Oh, hello, Lou. Welcome to the conversation.
Que pasa, Mufasa?
This
Hello.
is Anita. Anita, meet Big Lou.
Hi.
I'm trying to find my slow ass is trying to find the volume on this thing because
Well, we
I
can
use
hear
my
you.
laptop. I use my laptop oh so often.
Yeah. Why don't we get to see your pretty face?
I have no idea. I mean, I would like to look at me too. Sheesh. Edit name and headline. Edit. It says I don't know what the hell is this.
There
It
should be.
says everyone can see and hear you.
We
Hmm.
just see a black screen.
The devil. Should I just use my tablet? I'm just trying to, wait. Stream this to your audience. Oh yeah, no, I don't know. Nope. Chats, comments. What the fuck is this? Horse shit.
All we see is a black screen.
Uh-uh.
So, anyways, well, it's good to hear your voice. Although, we
Yo,
can
I'm
see
trying
your
to.
face.
No, but see, this will annoy me because you already know how I am. So
Is there
yeah.
like a cover on your camera?
Oh, maybe. Wait. Oh,
Oh.
you're a smart one, Mr. Grinch. You're a smart one, Miss Grinch.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. There we are. Look at you.
I told you I don't use my laptop like that.
Apparently.
Bad enough. Bad enough. My granddaughter just put me on Smash. I had to change her into her bell dress. You know what I'm saying, before bedtime, because she
Yeah,
is my princess. But
of
that's the
course.
best
Yeah.
part. Giving her back.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So we were just talking about someone asked about registering your business. I definitely think it's a good idea. You should let all your money deposit into a business bank account and then you pay yourself a salary. And
And
then
also
that
setting up
way,
an LLC. Absolutely.
yes, absolutely. But since we have you on here, Mr. Big Lou,
I
I
didn't
want to
choose this
ask
life. This life chose me.
apparently, what type of content do you enjoy the most?
From, are we talking spicy or non-spicy?
Spicy, but remember we're on YouTube, so
No, I know that because I'm a video game guy, so I like watching. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was asking.
you're
Because
a video game guy?
yes, I like to watch a lot of video game stuff. But as far as spicy content
Oh.
goes, as far as
So do you
spicy
like to
content
watch
goes,
creators that are like gaming and being spicy?
that's an interesting niche. I wouldn't mind. Can't say that I have. Not
What?
gonna say I'm opposed to it.
One of my best streams ever, I was playing Need for Speed on PlayStation 2 and had a Love Ends on, and somebody bought my Love Ends for the entire time that I played, which I played for a couple hours. And I'd be playing and I'd be like getting ready to win, and then all of a sudden I'd get
Oh no.
and
Yo,
it was actually a lot of fun. Just
see,
saying.
but females have that option. Men really don't. You
Why
guys can
don't
get
you?
away with doing so much more and making so much more because men are visual creatures. You know what I'm saying? Women aren't. So that being said, the gentleman was enjoying watching you play a game, and then also, the bonus of you enjoying yourself while playing the game.
It
You know
goes
what I'm
even
saying?
beyond that. He got to control the toy, and I had no idea what was going to happen and when it was going to happen.
You
And
see?
for him, him having control of my ability to play the game, because I was doing great. And then so he got control of it for like 2 minutes and he was like, that's not enough. So like, 2 minutes isn't really long enough to like leave the element of surprise. Like, I know that in
Yeah.
2 minutes he's eventually gonna let it go off. But because he bought it for the duration of the session, which was 2 hours, it could be 5, 10, 20 minutes and he doesn't do anything, or he'll just do like light vibrations. And then I would get to a part where it looked like I was about to win, or I was gonna do something really cool, and then he would be like, and I'd be like, like caught off
Yeah.
guard. So for him, having the control over changing the dynamic of my game playing, for him just excited him because he loved my reactions and they were genuine, they were authentic because they were surprised.
Yeah.
And there were times I forgot that he even had control of it. Like I would just be real into the game, and then all of a sudden I'd get a zzz, and I'd be like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
So yeah, I need to get back into that. I honestly have fallen behind the times on gaming. So I have a Xbox 360. I have a PlayStation 3, not PlayStation 2. So I have a PlayStation 3 and an Xbox 360. Very outdated.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that alone.
I mean, I just there's to be
You
honest with you, it's
in your defense, you've had a lot more stuff going on that you don't have time to sit down and game and all of that stuff, as opposed to me, who has a lot more free time.
right.
Um, so that's what it is. But as far as circling back to your initial question, um, I honestly, full disclosure, don't really, um, for lack of a better term, consume spicy content. Um, and a lot of that is just because financially I can't do it anymore.
Right.
And that's not, you know what I'm saying? That's not on, like, on the creators, not like that. That's just my particular finances. Because Lord knows, every 35 seconds I'd be spending this or spending that because there's
Right.
just too many beautiful women in the world. I mean, I'm looking at two right now. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying?
But and you know what I think is very commendable is the fact that you're honest about it. And two, the fact that you acknowledge that you want to spend the money, that you will spend the money, and that your reason for not consuming content is because you don't have the money, rather than people that are like, oh, yeah, I don't have no problem going to the hub. I don't have no problem watching, pirated content or not paying for it. So that's commendable.
Now,
Round of applause for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll keep it a buck. Did I go to the hub? Yeah. Why? Because the hub also advertises pay sites. And a lot of times I would go to the hub to discover more things. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
once I saw, I'm like, yeah, this is only $5 a week, but now you at $20 a month, and it's like, wait a minute, hold on. Now, and that's just for one thing. And next thing you know, now you're at three different $20 a month things. That's an extra 60 that you didn't, that's a tank of gas nowadays.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what do you do? So that's why I just, you know, but again, that's also, like I said, gaming stuff is on YouTube. And I didn't even think about it from the aspect that you just, presented it, but that's even crazier, because I mean,
It's fun.
look, I wouldn't mind seeing Miss Anita playing some, you know what I'm saying? Need for Speed, or, well, that's wait a minute. That shifted Need for Speed, but
I can play Fortnite, the music game.
You see
I
what
can
I'm
play that
saying?
for
Like,
you.
yeah, you know what I'm
How do
saying?
you
Like,
play Fortnite? I've never played Fortnite.
I only play the music game. I don't know how to play anything else. Don't ask
wait,
me
what
how.
music game?
It's where you it's kind of like Guitar Hero, but on
Ooh,
Fortnite. It's really, really cool.
okay. And see, even something like that, you know what I'm saying? Because again, there's so many different ways a woman can make money doing that. I mean, look, I didn't even know there was uh um uh musical portion of Fortnite, but now I would enjoy just, you know what I'm saying? Like, and even then with the whole thing. So this circles back to women can make money a lot easier than men via the internet.
I don't think that's true. I think it just is all about the approach, because there are certain creators that I've paid, male creators that I've paid, just because I thought that their stream was really cool, or I liked their setup, or their, like, there's this one guy on Kick, I think it was Anita. We saw him and he would go on Kick, and I tipped him a few times and subscribed because his personality was like very attractive. Like, he just, and not attractive in like a, ooh, he's sexy kind of way, but attractive in a sense that, like, he just kept you laughing. And he would make these like pivotal mistakes on game, like he'd be gaming and he'd make these pivotal mistakes, and his commentary was hilarious. So for me, I don't mind paying for that, because he just had this uh what's the word I'm looking for? His energy drew you in. Like, his personality drew you in. And it was just fun. It was fun. Because I don't want to look at all the boom chickie bow wow sexy stuff all the time. I look at it all day, every day.
Well,
I want.
such a hard life to live. Ooh.
I know. I
You
know.
what
I
I'm
need
saying? Like, come on.
therapy.
Come on. Sheesh.
I mean,
You know?
it seems like it's
I mean, like my
glamorous, and I'm
son,
not saying it's not. I'm just saying that what people don't know is that we spend hours and hours and hours a day doing administrative work like editing, like marketing, like figuring out things to, create content about, or you know what I mean? Like, just it's a lot.
yeah, the boring stuff, the backstage, for lack of a better term,
Yeah,
backstage stuff.
right. Now, what were you going to say about your son?
He's a streamer, on Twitch, um, but he hasn't really, for lack of a better term, popped off or made anything because it is so hard, again, for guys to make money on gaming stuff like that. Perfect example, okay? Male and a female, on Twitch.
Right.
A woman could be busty. I mean, look at the way Anita's dressed. Just like that, she could pick up a controller and that fast, you know what I'm saying? That fast, somebody would want to subscribe. That's what I mean by it's easier for women to make money on the internet than men.
You
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 know?
think that, but I disagree. I feel like it's just different.
Well,
But I can't speak for a guy because I'm not a guy.
and
And
this
you
is
can't speak for a female because you're not female.
absolutely, but this goes back to the conversation you and I were having before that different, the same event, different perspectives view how something is interpreted. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's just the way life is. You know what I'm saying? Same event, different interpretation can be two totally different things. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, mentally, this conversation goes back to a woman could wake up and decide she wants to have fun before the day is over. And 95% of the time, she can end up having fun. And a man can wake up the same way and not have that same 95 percentage.
But I'm gonna
The average
say that
person, the average person, of course, I'm saying.
I disagree. I think a lot of it has to do with approach. And I think what happens is for women, yes, it's a little bit easier to entice a man. It's a lot easier. I'll say that. It is a lot easier for a
Thank you.
woman because men are always horny. You could step outside and within your immediate proximity, there's somebody that is and like I had this conversation a couple of days ago about men are not particular. It's real simple. Coochie is coochie.
So again, you just,
Yeah.
whether you realize it or not, you just reiterated the statement.
I mean, but I also think that it's possible for men because women are very horny too. We're just not the same when it comes to the problem is that women are very emotional. And so when it comes to that type of interaction, oftentimes we're traumatized or triggered. And your approach is very, not yours particularly, but a lot of men approach it with their desires and needs in mind and not the female. And a female is not going to be as responsive, or when they do try to like come on to you and it seems very fake. You know what I mean? It's not inauthentic. So,
So
but
I'm
some guys
sorry.
have swagger, and I've seen some guys. They're not the most attractive. They don't have the best bodies, and they can pull chicks no matter where they go. But they just
I'm,
have some kind of I don't know if they have this like spray, this like hose spray where they're just like, and the women just are like, and the women just come flocking,
I'm not
or
even going to comment on that
swagger.
particular one because
I don't know what it is. I was always curious, but I've seen it happen and
so
question why.
the main thing with that is always confidence, confidence,
Agreed.
confidence.
Not
You know what I'm
arrogant.
saying? Because
Not arrogant.
there's a very thin line, and you have to walk it
That's not
really
representation of
fine.
anything, is it?
Do you really want me to comment on that?
No.
Keep it 100.
No.
This is
No.
me you talking to.
I just
You forget we actually used to chill together. Like full
Look,
disclosure, people.
okay.
So exactly.
So
So
you just did this.
now, see, now you're attacking my ego,
It has nothing to do with you. You were just doing the sign, and it
but
just
why?
reminded
Because
me
I was
of
saying that there's a very
SPA.
thin line. You're an asset. You're an asset. See, there you go. No, you're number one. But anyway, there's a very thin line between confidence and arrogance. You know what I'm saying? So the first time you meet someone, you have to walk that line really, really close.
Yeah.
You know, in order to come across not creepy. You know, because once you step into the arrogant side, now you're coming across as creepy. No matter how fine you may think the woman is, you creeped her out. I mean,
Yeah.
the first day, literally the first day you and I met, remember, I didn't come at you left-handed or nothing like that. You know, I offered a helping hand, you
Right.
know, and that was I still nervous? Absolutely. Absolutely I was. But
He
I was
said,
coming from a
wait a
place of
minute,
being genuine.
Anita. He said to me, I can't believe there's a porn star in my living room.
Why do I not see that?
What?
I don't see any comments.
No, I said you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I said a lot of stuff that day.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
back to the conversation.
Yeah, for real. That was
So
back in the early 2000s.
so the
Mids.
next
Now we're in the
question is,
2020s. We've grown up a little bit.
yeah, do you prefer high quality polished content or more casual amateur real life moments?
Um, so when you say amateur, that's like two people who just like
No, it could just be like me using my cell phone and taking random selfies or taking my own photo sets or
so
basically I don't have a full-on production. I don't have somebody doing like major camera
everything.
work,
Yeah, I got
major
you.
editing.
So everything in moderation. I think both things can be and are cool. Um, but then again, this is also, I'm also a voyeur. So like I wouldn't mind, if you're walking in a park or something like that, and you just, pull off and might be within view of people, or as as an acceptor of content, I guess, a customer, whatever word you want to use, just for me to think that you can be seen by somebody, you know what I'm saying? Because you pulled
Mhm.
over and did something on your phone or whatever, that could also be I'm like, ooh, this is, you know what I'm saying? Interesting. And then again, also when you have, for lack of a better term, polished content, that gets interesting to me because there's certain things that like I want to see that I don't end up seeing, and it's just like so close yet so far. You
I
know what
feel
I'm
like
saying?
polished content is overacted, like the acting is overdone. And I mean, if you're into that, then I guess I like the results in terms of the quality of the content, but I feel like a lot of times because you're in a situation where you're either being paid to appear in the film or you're paying for it yourself, you like go too hard on the acting, so to speak, and it's real cheesy. So for me, I prefer amateur because it's more authentic, it's more you in the moment, it's more spontaneous and, a little bit less, "Oh, you put anchovies on the pizza." You know? I I can't afford to pay for my plumbing. Oh, what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, come on now. Because we haven't seen that scenario 10 million times. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I
It was
mean,
like that's my favorite movie.
no, because a lot of times it's cliche now. You know what I'm saying? Like it, there's only but so much originality you can, for lack of a better term, produce. You know, why am I
Yeah.
not seeing the chat? Like, what the fuck?
Mhm.
Yeah, no. But anyway, yeah. So there's only but so much like originality, and I mean, I feel like you and I are usurping the conversation. When I got here, you were talking to Anita about a whole bunch of stuff. So now I'm going to pull in Anita and stay quiet and let you guys talk, because I feel like I'm talking. I'm being full of my jibber jabber.
No, because the whole point of having you on the show was so
Well,
that
so
you
we
could
can
give
hear
us.
your jibber jabber.
Well, because we want to hear a male perspective. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can talk about tips and tricks as a creator, but who could tell us better about what kind of content is more appealing to you as the consumer? What type of, acting is a turnoff versus, maybe you pretending that you're the plumber and oh my gosh, you can't pay me is a great scenario for you because you could put yourself in that situation, or maybe that's, one of your fantasies. Who knows? But for me, I'm like, I'm gonna do that. So I want you to give us your honest, genuine answer because it helps us as creators know what it is that men really want.
So me personally, I would want to see something totally different. Like, okay, the plumber, the electrician, all of that's done. Show me a magician or something. Do you know what I'm saying? A female wants to see a magic trick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was that Justin Timberlake song from SNL? Dick in a Box. You know what I'm saying? I was naming the song. I was naming the song.
I know.
I was naming the
We
song.
know.
Nobody gets in trouble. I was
It
naming the
was
song.
funny. Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner.
No chicken dinner.
Oh my gosh.
You know
Oh,
what I'm saying? But like something different, if that's the case. Like, yeah, like he said, some sort of cosplay. You know,
Something cosplay would be different. Okay, so one of my most popular photo sets, and I have a merch line, and the video, I only have a short video. I haven't put out the full length video yet, is my Princess Leia. Most popular cosplay, and I've done lots and lots of cosplay, but Princess Leia was by far the most popular, and I have more content coming because it's like in high demand. But yeah, definitely the cosplay. What's
and
your favorite
apparently
character? Like, what's one that you would want to see done on a BBW?
a lot of people are also into anime nowadays. So,
Yes.
that's a whole thing. But for me, excuse me, I gotta clean I can't see nothing, I'm blind. Um, I mean, like, whether it's quote unquote BBW or not, certain things or certain women are just gonna be like all the time. Like, there's still, even from back in the day, people still have a thing for Chitaro, believe it or not, from Thundercats.
Ah, I love it.
You know what
Thunder,
I'm saying?
thunder, Thundercats.
Yeah.
Oh,
With the
do you
whole
remember
orange makeup and
Thundercats,
the
Anita?
no.
Oh my
oh my
gosh,
god.
that's before her time.
Yeah, I
That's
feel OD
sad.
old right now.
Yeah,
I'm so
that
But
sorry.
yeah, like 100% doing evil princess or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of different, you just
what
gotta think,
what princess?
oh God.
Just an evil one.
Yeah. I mean, that's like one of y'all could do Kim Possible, one could do Shigo. Let's face it.
She
Oh,
go.
she
A
go.
lot of stuff nowadays is a lot of the 90s and 2000s kids are adults, but have been so traumatized between those 20 years that a lot of us enjoy that past stuff. Like, I saw somebody say that, growing up, um, the kindergarten teacher taught us to give everyone Valentines and stuff like that. Now people are surprised that everyone, not well, pejorative, poly and pansexual and stuff. But this is what you know what I'm saying. This is what folk grew up
Yeah.
on. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Well,
A Demon Slayer cosplay, April O'Neil costume. Isn't April O'Neil from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
which is why it's out the box. And
Cinderella
that's a
and
Oh,
Queen
simple one.
Barbie.
That's
Karina's
like a yellow
hard.
jumpsuit. I mean,
I have
shit.
Karina's hard would be
Cinderella.
really cool.
April O'Neil's simple because that's like a yellow jumpsuit.
Her and Lara Croft are real easy.
Yeah, you see,
I like Lara
Yeah,
Croft because she got little booty shorts. And
you
the
know.
and the straps, the the thigh straps for the gun.
And I'm telling you, like, and something like that with like finding an explorer in a cave or something like that. Now you talking, you got a good 30-minute, content movie right there.
Anita, I'll be Lara Croft and you could be Dora the Explorer.
Are you trying to be canceled?
Oh
Now,
wait, she's underage. Never mind. Never mind.
wait,
Never mind. You
wait, what do you mean underage? You're not 18? What are you doing in this
No,
conversation?
not
Dora.
me, not me.
Dora the
Oh, okay.
character.
Oh, I was like, what the devil?
We're retracting that statement because
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real. I was like, whoa, wait
it's
a minute.
very
hold on.
ethical to cosplay as minor characters
Especially a
Yeah.
child. Yeah, absolutely.
in those types of scenarios. So yeah, we're gonna take it back.
But even in that situation, right? If
Mhm.
you did, in the Lara Croft situation, you know what I'm saying? You could have two females, one playing Lara and one playing the male part, or even, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, we'll have Lara the evil and Lara the good.
there you go. And now, you know what I'm saying? You're both searching for the same gem or the same pole, as it were.
The same love ends. The
Yeah.
same pole.
Yeah.
Wait,
You know what I'm
Hold up.
saying?
Do it again, Anita.
Exactly. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, we're searching for the poll. Okay, so thank you for that. The next question was, what themes or styles of content catch your attention the most? You answered that question already. And you just answered the other question, which is, are there any types of content you wish you could see more of? And you just answered that as well.
I mean,
So, go ahead.
shout out to Mr. Harris, because Mr. Harris is the one that came up with the cosplay situation.
Okay.
You know, if you check the chat, shout out to him.
Yeah, shout
But
out
again,
to
that's-
Werlin Harris.
Yeah, but that's 1,000,000% right. You know what I'm saying? Because
is.
again, that's something out of the ordinary. Because I mean, everybody does the typical superheroes. You got 8 million She-Hulks, 8 million. You know what I'm saying? But
I did
Yeah.
all those.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So again, it's not coming out the box.
I did Wonder Woman, Robin from Robin and Batman. I did Captain
I want to do
America.
Poison Ivy.
I have Poison Ivy. I did Poison Ivy.
I want to do Poison Ivy.
One of y'all could.
Snow
I
White.
mean, the typical trope also nowadays is Ivy and Harley are a couple.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I'll
this
be
writes
Harley. You can be
itself.
Ivy.
Okay.
Now, obviously, you can't get too involved in the makeup aspect of it, because next thing you know, you end up getting sued because you look just like the characters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't think we have to worry about us looking just like the characters.
No.
Now, girl, let
I've
me
got-
tell you something.
I could be two Harleys.
Man, let me tell you something. Big companies like to sue just to sue. And the last thing you want to do is put all this energy and effort into
Let us make our movies, Lou.
Yeah.
If it
Yo.
gets
Because
popular
then we'll
enough,
get famous.
right?
I volunteer to be cameraman at all times. You already know that. I didn't choose this life. This
All
life
right.
chose me.
All of you that are watching, if you are in favor of a Poison Ivy versus Harley Quinn,
Raise your hands.
Yeah, link up. Let's see a comment that says I'm here for it. Okay, raise your hand, do the little hand emoji, comment or whatever. But let us know in the comments that you are down to see Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. Let's get it on. Ow! I do have a concept for that though. So Poison Ivy has the poison lips, right?
Yeah.
So
Poison. Oh. Other one.
mhm. Yeah, we're gonna take this offline. That question.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't say what I want to say.
Right. So, excuse me, Lou. Your next question is, what motivates you to spend money on content?
That's a good one. Because again, I don't do it often because I want to, but I know that like it'll end up. I'll be living in a box.
Let's just say somebody gave you 150 virtual dollars, and you could only spend them on content from spicy creators, what would encourage you to spend that money on that creator? Is it the personality? Is it that they communicate with you? Is it that you know them? Is it that they did a cosplay that you like? Is it a certain niche or a genre of content that would attract you? Like, there's got to
So
be something that when you see it, you're like, I know this is my last $20, but I'm willing to give it up because this
so
girl did this or this creator did that.
I would think, initially the very first thing would be as cliche as it sounds, would be the thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? Because and you know, I say that to say, that's the first thing that would draw the eye. Now that being said, there's a bajillion and one. Oh, look at me on Instagram, and then you click to my OnlyFans, and then this, that, and the third. All of that is a turnoff as a dude. It's like, wait a minute. I understand you got to do A to get to B, but once you're at B, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what do you have that I want to see? And a lot of times, for me personally, if I was down to my last, I would probably want to see. Sorry, I heard something in the house. I would probably want to see some sort of either solo or penetrative act. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Mr. Harris says genuine overall quality personality along with knowing them.
You see that, and that could be a thing as well. And then me personally, and again, personally, when I say penetration, I don't necessarily mean male and female. You know what I'm saying? Nor does that necessarily mean um, um, a combination of things. What I'm trying to get to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like a variety of stuff, and I feel like, unfortunately, I'm speaking for like the entire male gender. You know what I'm saying?
You
I kind of feel
are the representative for the male species tonight, so tread lightly.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? But again, um, um, biblical personalities. The question that you just, the confidence coach, yeah, biblical. Yeah, that's a biblical reference. The even Lilith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's the first woman and the first demon, I think.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Nita?
that'd be really cool. I call dibs on Lilith.
I
Well, we
call
do
dibs on
have
whatever you calling dibs on.
right. Well, we do have something similar that we're doing Sunday.
Yeah.
We're doing uh Sinful Sunday on Sin Party.
Yes.
And we are going to be the sisters for the misters.
Yeah, that's a different conversation.
And our thing is Cam Girl Confessions. I mean confessions. Oh my
It'll
god.
be so much fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. So much fun. So
Yeah.
he's like, what just happened? This went left.
Who, me? 'Cause
All the way left.
Okay, so do you prefer one-time purchases, tipping, or subscriptions, and why?
I've never done, obviously, because of the conversation we had. That being said, I would find subscription more economical. So I would go with a subscription, but I'm sure that also once in a while I would drop a tip either to the same person or to a different person. You know what I'm saying? But again, if I'm gonna subscribe, then that's, obviously where I'm gonna keep going back to, for lack of a better term. Also, it just makes more sense economically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
What's
saying?
what's a big turnoff that would stop you from spending? Spam. I hate being subscribed to people that send you like a million messages a day. What are you doing? You know that they're masked. You know they're not just for you. And it's for me, it's like, I don't know. Maybe guys like it. Maybe you and that's what I need for you to answer, Lou. Is it annoying when a let's say you were on the OF platform and a model was sending you a message every hour on the hour that was like, "Hey, have you, released your big O today? Or are
So
you feeling frisky?" Or obviously I'm watering it down for
so
our
that's an
audience.
interesting one. Um, and I've never had this. This has never happened, so I can't, like fully answer from like a perspective, um, because I've never really subscribed to,
Right.
you know what I'm saying. I've wanted to, but then in the back of my mind, it's also like, back ahead. So like, for what? Like, what am I doing this for? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's like, and this is me personally. You know me personally. There's no return on investment for me.
Yeah,
So
but
it's
if it
like,
gives you the opportunity to get to know somebody that you've been watching online, if it gives you the opportunity to chat with them and get to know them better, there's no return.
now the flip side, and this is me personally. If I subscribe to you and I'd spend all of this time talking to you and all of that, I would want to eventually meet up and hang out or go to a
That
movie or
is
something.
so common.
It
That
is.
is so common.
It is. But the reality is also, you know, I understand, you're paying for the fantasy and all of that, but as a guy, if I'm spending my time and money more so, it's almost like dating, for lack of a better term. You know what I'm saying? And
Or going
now,
to the strip club.
well, the strip club is different because you're gonna see. Well, yeah, I got what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But again, also, it's almost like from this side of the table, it's almost like dating because you're spending money to talk to somebody. Oh yeah, like you said at the strip club. Eventually, you're gonna want to hang out outside the strip club and get a slice of pizza because you think Shorty is cool. Because oh, hold on a second. Hey,
Uh-oh.
Boski, come in, Bo.
Okay. Booski. I muted him. If you're not being able to talk, Lou, it's because we muted you while you're booskying. That's it. Just kidding. Um, but yeah, interesting perspective.
Yeah,
Maybe
definitely.
maybe we need to give him some free trials so he can go check out the OF and give us some feedback.
No, thank you.
I'll send him messages every hour on the hour
Yeah.
so that he could report back whether or not that's a viable business or marketing tactic. That's funny. So back to the question.
Okay.
Back to the question. I mean, do you have any input thus far, Anita?
Circle back. No, I'm
Woo-hoo.
okay. We're doing a loop de loop and we're coming back.
Welcome back, Lou. Oh, he unmuted himself, but you didn't return with the camera and we can't hear you. We're going to mute you back. Awkward. Okay, so one of the other questions that I got asked was, how do I handle taxes as a content creator? Hire a tax
Hire
attorney.
somebody.
I 1,000,000% recommend hiring a professional. I definitely think hiring someone who is experienced in the adult entertainment industry is important as well because there's a lot of things that you pay for. Oh. He just sent me a text. Okay, Lou, you're back. There's a lot of things that you try to write off as an adult content creator that a tax accountant that's specialized in those things, in this area will be like, no, ma'am. Like I used to think that if you got your lashes done and that kind of stuff, that you could write those things off, but you can't because those go with you no matter where you go. There's like something about like it's a beauty thing.
You can't write your nails off?
I
My accountant told me I can.
what? See, I don't know. I'm not I'm not a tax professional or expert. So, Lou,
We lost him.
your device is not connected, so we'll put him out. He can come back in. But okay, you know what? Let's find somebody who does taxes and ask them what things can be written off and what things cannot. Because that's a good question. I want to be able to write off everything: my lashes, my nails, my facial, my pedicure, everything. I know that like you can use if you work from home, you can use a certain portion of your home.
Yeah, if you have a dedicated space, which you do,
I do.
and you can write off a portion of your internet bill and your electricity bill.
Oh, what about the rent?
Not the rent, I don't think.
Hmm.
Well, actually, I don't know about the rent. Because I didn't, last year when I did my taxes, I didn't rent.
Oh, okay. You're back. Welcome
Yeah,
back, Lou.
I have to close the whole thing and bring it back up.
Oh, gotcha. So we just went back to the whole like business structure and handling your taxes. And the advice we give is to hire a professional to do your
Yes.
taxes
And I
because
mean,
you don't
but
want to
that goes
play
with
with the
anything.
IRS.
No.
That goes with anyone who's not a 1040. Anybody who's their own boss, yeah, hire somebody quickly.
Yes. One of the other questions is how do I grow my brand without spending money on ads? Well, first of all, you can't buy ads if the content that you're using, promoting, selling, or sending a person to is of adult orientation. So you wouldn't buy ads anyways. But one of the things I recommend is getting yourself into niche communities. Like, for instance, if you're in the plus size community, we've got like Curvage, Phoebe, Fantasy Feeder, places like that that are within the BBW niche. So definitely when you're working on your brand and you're thinking of like what are the top 3 niches that I want to appeal to, you want to enter communities, forums, and Facebook groups and anywhere where those people are having conversations, and you want to do it in a way that's very tasteful. You don't want to just go in and be like, hey, come and see me on OF. You want to go in, you know and have authentic interactions with the people in the group and establish a rapport with them. And then, eventually you take them off of Facebook and take them somewhere else and talk to them where you can be like, hey, you should join my OF, or, let the conversation navigate there naturally. But go to places like FetLife, and anywhere that there's like online communities where you can. Reddit is huge. Reddit is huge. There's so many subreddits, and a lot of them are adult friendly. So definitely use Reddit. And beyond that, I say get on Cam.
Yes. Your followers want to see you.
Well, even people that don't follow you, new
Yes.
people will find you. And once new people find you and they're interested, they'll want to see more in other places. So definitely webcamming is a great way to market yourself and make money while you're doing it. So it's like a win-win. What do you like to see on cam, Mr. Lou?
Um, that's hard
Squirting?
because what happened?
Squirting.
That would be greatness. you know, I
That's
don't.
why I'm sister squirt a lot. Squirts a lot.
I mean, I
My
haven't.
pen name.
Again, I haven't really. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I could answer that because again, that would require like having subscribed to someone and seeing, and I haven't.
But I
You
mean,
know,
even if you were just browsing through the hub, right? Imagine that you're browsing through the hub. What are you looking for? Like, what is the content that you're searching for? Or what is the content that captures your eye? What are the keywords that you put in that bring the content that you like to you?
okay. So
Mr.
I'm
Harris
gonna
likes
say
self-care and pleasure videos.
I I'm to a point now where I find it ironically interesting that people use a pogo stick a lot. You don't
You
you
talking
told me
about
to
the
watch my
machine?
words.
You're talking about the machine?
No, no, a pogo stick.
Yeah, it's the F machine.
Okay, check your phone because I don't know how to say that cleanly.
Oh, strap on.
Yeah, there you go. Because that's just like such an interesting
When
concept to
you
me
said
now.
pogo stick, I was thinking the F machine.
Yeah,
So I was like, what? What are you talking about? But he's talking about pegging,
Oh,
which is strap on.
yeah.
You watch that?
me
Yeah.
at this point in life, yeah, because it again, it's interesting. It's like, huh?
Oh, okay.
But the surprise aspect of it, no, I'm sorry, that's not the right word. The taboo aspect of it, I think, is what makes it interesting for me.
Okay.
You know,
That makes
because
sense.
this is a society that is very puritanical.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so to see
You're
people,
on air quote restrictions. No more air
ma'am,
quotes.
yes, ma'am.
I'm kidding. Go ahead. So
But again, to
puritanical.
see people um doing what's out of the norm, you know, is definitely a good way to get my attention at least.
Oh,
You know,
okay. What about you, Anita? If you were to go to the hub, what are you searching for? What kind of content do you like to watch?
It depends on my mood.
Okay, well, what are some of your moods and what do you like to watch?
Sometimes I like some girl on girl stuff.
Like
Yeah.
scissoring?
Not really, no. Not scissoring. That is
That
like it kind of
like
fascinates me though.
that's for skinny girls. For, for,
Exactly.
for us, it's like fupa mashing.
Yeah.
It's like here, let's rub fupas.
Yeah.
Okay, so girl on girl. What else?
Um I'm into a lot of like can I BDSM stuff.
Yeah. Are you a size queen?
No, actually.
Oh, okay.
I know. Everybody thinks I am though.
and I'm sorry, but as a dude, and again, this is the whole taboo routine. I want to see a short dude getting some finally because I'm 6'1". You know what I'm saying? I'm tall to a lot of women, but I also
Yeah.
love me a tall woman.
Fun fact. I have a video with the little person.
You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
But I don't mean a little
I didn't
person.
know
I mean a
that.
dude that's like,
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that. I love that for you.
yeah, I do.
It
I
was
do.
it
You know what I'm
was
saying? But again, if you're 5'6", 5'7", and you know, even if a dude is 5'2", 5'3", it's just like good for you. Good for you, homie. Because again, I'm 6'1". You know what I'm saying?
he said you gotta show the short dudes love.
Yeah, I'm 6'1". So I'm like, yo, my man, you know what I'm saying? But again,
Anita.
I also like a tall woman. So just to see that opposite dynamic because again, most men are taller than most women. Just it's a thing. You know what I'm saying? So even to see something opposite of that, it's like, okay, okay.
You should check out giant test content.
I think so. Like I've seen it once or twice, but I can't get because like I've seen behind the scenes stuff. I can't get with the whole stomping on buildings like Godzilla shit. No, just no.
There's
All
more
right.
to it than that.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more to it than just stomping on buildings.
Yeah, but I'm also the type of person, and you know, Platt will tell you, first impressions. You know what I'm saying? Like the first I saw was somebody pretending to step on a building, and it's just like, eh, eh, you know. But I do agree with you as far as some BDSM stuff goes, because there is a thing about letting a woman dominate you to an extent, because again, it goes to a typical taboo situation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I saw your reaction, but that's why I said to an extent. You know what I'm saying? To an extent.
He
And then
knows I'm cruel as fuck. I will tie
and
you up and leave you.
yeah, yeah. You the type to use a toothbrush on someone's one of someone's areas and just leave it or just keep scrubbing. Yes. Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah.
not even a toothbrush, like one of those really scruffy toilet bowl cleaners.
Yeah, I know.
Oh
I know.
no.
No,
The one that
a bottle brush?
the toilet bowl cleaners that has the hole in the middle. It looks like a bottle brush, but it's like hold
No,
on.
you the type to take a bottle brush and put it in someone's front, and then put it in a dude's front, not even a dude's back,
What?
but a dude's
I did
front.
I did it with a
Yeah,
9-inch nail.
yeah. See, told you,
Ooh.
yeah.
Isn't it
See,
called sounding?
I don't know.
I
I
think
don't want
so.
to
Hold
know.
on. He's like, I don't want to know.
Mm-mm. The most I got pierced is my nipples. Mm-mm. That's it.
Twinsies. Me
Huh?
too.
It says, including whether a medical procedure. Okay, hold on.
Ain't
Urethral,
taking
like
no
urethral
needles
sounding, a
when to jump.
procedure that involves inserting objects into the urethra to increase its diameter. This practice can be dangerous.
Yeah, my man, Mr. Harris got it. That ain't for me though. Mm-mm.
He said a
On-
sounding rod.
Only sounding I want to know is the talking that we doing. Mm-mm.
The sounds of making love.
Mhm.
That's the sounding. Short guys are BHM, but the dynamics have to match the scene. Gotcha. Gotcha. I love this. I love that we have some feedback and that we have someone from the other side because a lot of times we just give each other advice as women, but it's not the same because we don't buy our own content.
And
You know what I'm
please,
saying?
Yeah.
for the sake of everything that is, stop faking your age.
I'm 50.
No,
Who's
and
faking their age?
I'm not talking about you, but I mean like in general, like, if you're in your 30s, say that. Don't front like you 23 again. No, like people want to know
That's
that,
because no, I'm gonna tell you why they do that. That's because, and this is a whole topic for a whole nother podcast, but let's just touch on it briefly since it came up. That's because there's a lot of men out there that are into younger women.
Yeah.
And so and then beyond that, there's a lot of performers who feel like they're going to age out and there's a stigma for women who get to a certain age that you're no longer desirable and that the industry is going to kick you out. But I've been in the industry for 21 years, so, and I'm 50, so, and I'm fat, so those things are not things to worry about. The only way that the industry kicks you out is if you let them. So but there's a lot of, and not only that, but a lot of the talent that's managed by agencies and by managers, they tell them, don't tell them your real age. If they look young, play the part, be the college student, or that that whole genre of, oh, I'm just a young dumb girl, like that. So I understand where you're coming from. It is frustrating, but at the same time, like I also understand in the industry why it's done a
Because I
lot.
mean, don't play the
Yeah.
young dumb girl, but you doing. See, the young dumb girl doesn't know how to fuck. You know what I'm saying? So
But
you
that's the
can't.
whole point.
But
There's a lot of men out there who want to teach someone and train them to be their ultimate slut queen.
now the flip side to that is, then don't in turn start doing pro or been practicing for a while things, because then it doesn't add up. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's face it, you don't do things at 40 the same way you did them at 20. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely not. I
So
didn't know most of the things, like even just basic terminology. I was very naive and conservative at 20.
not me, but that's a different conversation.
You're a whore, okay?
I'm a Lou. I'm a Lou. Okay.
I was not I was I was sexually active, but I was not sexually experienced. There's a difference. Being active doesn't necessarily mean that you're experienced in various acts and the terminology. I honestly did not learn things until I was in my 30s. And when I got in, I didn't even know that there was, I don't want to say I didn't know that there was porn, but I had never really watched it. I didn't really know anything about it. And I certainly did not know that there was BBW porn. I was totally unaware that there was BBW porn until I got into it. And then I was like, oh shit, this is a whole new world. So yeah, definitely. And now I would say I wouldn't say I'm like well educated, but I'm fairly educated and I've done what I want to do. And I don't, like when people ask you what's on your bucket list, your fuck it bucket list, I'm like, I'm good.
All I'm gonna say is Negril, Jamaica, and you know where I'm going with that. And that
Yes.
is a very interesting bucket list situation right there.
Oh wait, there is one thing that I want to do. The Mile High Club.
Oh.
But I don't have the balls to do it, so I don't want to get on the no-fly list. I
With
like
the
to
way the
travel
country
via
is
airplane.
nowadays, with the way the airplanes are nowadays, you don't want to do it because you're liable to end up dying anyway.
Fact. I was supposed to go to Florida. I'm supposed to be leaving for Florida today, and I canceled my trip because I was like, "Look, planes are
You better
falling
go
out
to
of the
Avis.
sky,
You better go to
and
Avis.
they're running into each other, and just crashing on the landing strip." So
There
I'm
have
like,
literally been 80 something. He's got said skydiving bucket. Won't. There have literally been like 80 plane crashes already, and we're not even 100 days into the year. We're not even 60 days into the year.
so according to the thing, we've had more crashes in the 2 months of this year, not even 2 months, full 2 months, than we did all of last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, that's not a coincidence.
No, but that will turn this conversation a whole different way.
It will, and that's not what we're here to do. We're talking about tips and tricks for content creators. So
And
let me ask you this, Anita, real quick.
Okay.
What is a tip or a trick that you have for content creators that you will die on a hill on, stand by 100%, say it with all your chest? What is that one piece of advice that you have?
Not to be afraid to charge what you want, because you have some new models who will let the fans tell them their prices are too expensive and blah 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 blah. But no, don't be afraid to charge them for what your content is worth. Like, obviously don't overcharge them.
Why?
But don't be afraid to charge them for what your work is worth.
know your
This is
worth.
the thing. Know your worth. Absolutely. Here's the
Yes.
thing. Let's do the math, okay? If I charge $100 for one video, think of it. If one person, now, is it likely that someone will pay $100? Maybe, maybe not. But if one person pays $100 for that video. If I charged $10 for that video, it would take 10 people buying it to reach that $100.
Yeah.
So for me, the way that I come, like I've gotten to a point where for the most of my content, I start at $20 and I go up from there. Now, occasionally I'll do a 2-minute video, a 3-minute video, if it's something like that, or if it's like me just in the kitchen doing laundry, like it's not anything like niche specific, or I didn't do anything that was like too exciting, then maybe I'll make it like $10. But ultimately, I start at $20. And when people tell me, oh, they'll never buy your content for that amount, and I'm like, you're dead wrong. You are dead wrong. Well, they're not going to be happy. They're going to pay the $20 and they're going to want their money back. They're going to have buyer's remorse. And I'm like, absolutely not. I don't have that problem.
So with that,
Yeah.
you're always gonna have people who are negative and tell you that. And you know what? You let them. You know what? You're right. I don't got time to talk. Okay, they're not gonna do it, but you know that it's gonna happen. Especially in you guys' line of work, you're always gonna have a detractor or 60. So let them. You ain't got time to. It's like we were talking before.
Absolutely.
Like my time is money. You costing it to me. Go somewhere. Go play in traffic or something. Go.
My point is this: I work smarter, not harder.
Mm-hmm.
I work smarter, not harder. But that was great
have
advice,
me.
Anita.
Thank you for my many years of wisdom.
What is your favorite kind of content to create?
My favorite kind of content?
Mm-hmm.
I really like making customs. Like I really like making somebody's fantasy come to a reality.
Aw.
Which is cheesy, I know.
That's not cheesy. I love that.
It's like you said. I like that for you.
Thank you.
What is the wildest custom request you've received?
Can we even talk about that on here?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Then think of one that might be a little
around
bit.
the bush with it, because now I'm interested. Let's word this the right way.
Okay, let's use code words.
So, no, I'll tell you, one of the weirdest ones I've had to do was this guy ordered custom photos from me, and he wanted me to look like I was getting my mugshot taken in the photos. So, like, no smiling, no nothing. Like, he wanted he wanted me to look like a mugshot. But, like, the pictures got like naughtier as you keep going, but like even it didn't matter what I was doing, how much clothing I had on. He was like, I want your face to be serious, like you're getting your mugshot. That was one of the weirdest things, I think.
Let's see your mugshot face. You have a smirk. That was an awful mugshot, Anita. That was an awful
mugshot. If I ever get a mugshot taken, it will be ridiculous. It'll be ridiculous.
Yeah. That's funny. Mine, I have had so many. I had one that I bought these little Lego people, and I had to pretend that the Lego people were like trying to eat my body. And so it was so odd because I had to like flick it off and be like, okay, so it starts out like I'm laying on the ground, kind of like Jack and the Beanstalk. Like I've got, he's like, pretend you've got these ropes on you, and the people are wrapping you up in this rope and they're capturing you, and they're gonna like take you to the village, right? And at first you're just gonna go with it. You're gonna beg for your release. You're gonna beg for them to, have mercy on you, yada yada yada. And he was foreign. He was like, there was definitely a language barrier because some of the things that he said, I was like, that doesn't make a lot of sense. But okay. So then
you got paid good for that one.
Oh yes, I got paid very good. So then he said, hold up, wait. We got a comment. The best one I got custom was they vibrate happy birthday song to me and sang it. That's a good idea.
Ooh.
Happy birthday to
You're insane.
Okay, but back to the thing. So, but then I managed to break free, and when I break free, I wreak havoc on the village, right? So it was a giantess custom. And then at the end, he wanted me to do the vor thing where I had to be like, beg for me not to eat you and swallow you or whatever. And then, I had to, so I did this little like custom thing, this little effect with AI, and it was like, I don't.
Oh no.
I took the sound effect from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids where he's like, Mom, here, Dad, don't eat me, whatever it was. So, and then, I just like acted like I ate them and swallowed them or whatever. And it was just so weird. It was just, first of all, Lego people are hard.
Yeah.
They're like real Legos. So they're like super hard. And so like it's not like a little figure that's like kind of soft or whatever. Like it was not, and they're square. So they're just it was just odd, very weird. Yeah. Anywho, we are at the end of our show. We hope that the information that we have provided tonight, our general conversation, the questions and the answers, and our tips
Yes.
and tricks are helpful to you in your content creation journey or as even a fan. We love hearing what things you guys are into, what you're not into. It helps us to be authentic and do the kind of content that you guys like because we do what we think is sexy, but it may not always translate that way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having a conversation like this again, or being involved of
Yeah.
some sort, because it is interesting, and it sounds cliche, but it kind of gets the creative juices flowing, not the
Uh-huh.
literal ones, but like just to hear things from a different perspective.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I think
Yeah.
that's kind of cool, because you have me
Whirlin,
thinking about,
do
huh?
you agree? You agree with Big Lou on you're getting an interesting perspective on content creation and what it's like for us on the other side? If you let me ask you this real quick before we go. What is the question that you have for us that we can answer for you, Big Lou? And that goes for you too, Mr. Harris. He said yes. Look at this. He said yes. You have a question too, Werlin. Put it in the comments so we can
I don't I, I
answer it
don't
for you.
think I have one,
You
just
gotta have
because
one.
probably,
Just
but
one.
right now there's other stuff going on around me that I
Oh,
can't
gotcha.
focus on that particular question. Um, Besides the ever typical cliche, why do you want to do this? You know what I'm saying? But come on, that's eh, eh.
We'll save that for the next episode.
Yeah,
But
it's like
here's your homework for you and Mr. Harris. I want you guys to come up with 10 questions to ask us next Thursday. 10 questions.
both
And
of
you
you or
guys,
just one.
both of us.
Both of us.
So
And
does
you
that
can
mean
do
20 total?
Or you could do 5 for her, 5 for me, or you could do 10 each. It doesn't matter, but 10 questions minimum
Okay,
for
Jesus.
us next Thursday. And Werlin,
I got one.
he doesn't have a question, but he's glad for this conversation. Thank you. Yes, Lou.
In your personal life, right?
Hmm.
How does that get navigated um, if you have a partner or if someone finds out? Uh,
What do you
uh,
mean someone finds out?
you're walking down the street, I don't know, and someone says, "Oh my God, I saw her, do 14 backflips." You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, how
Yeah.
does that like, or even like you go to a church function or some place where you wouldn't think you would be recognized, and you get
Walmart.
recognized. How does that get navigated?
Do you want me to go first or you go, Anita?
Because I would always
Um,
like,
I'll go.
Go for it.
It can be scary if you're not like expecting it. but it's you have to try to. It depends on where you are. First of all, that's going to be the most important thing. It's going to depend on where you are, how you were approached. Like I've been approached at conventions, which is totally fine. But I have been approached like you, Carrie, before at a Walmart in a smaller town. And it was very in a weird way, and it just I didn't like it.
I think it's okay. So for me, I've shared this story a number of times, but for me, it's because somebody sees you in person, they think that now they know you. And when you're seeing me out in public, you're not seeing platinum, you're seeing Carrie. And when I'm platinum and I know that I'm platinum, like if I'm at Exotica, then I'm prepared that people are going to call me platinum. I'm prepared that people know what I do. I'm prepared that those interactions, I'm already mentally prepared for those situations. But when I'm at Walmart and I'm just there buying groceries or toilet paper or feminine products or whatever it is that I'm at Walmart for, I'm off guard. I'm not there as a adult entertainer at the adult entertainer capacity. So for me, it I've handled it well for the most part, but I'm not gonna lie, it initially is very off-putting. So I'll share the story real quick because it's real short and simple. I go to Walmart, it's the holidays, and during the holidays, they have someone dressed as Santa ringing a bell and wanting you to donate to the Salvation Army bucket thing, right? So I walk into the Walmart, I'm not paying attention. There's another girl that's with me who's like over dramatic. And she's like, "Oh my God, he's staring at me. He's gonna follow me through the store, blah, 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 blah." So I'm like, look, I had went for like a hammer, some nails. It was some kind of hardware because I went straight for the hardware aisle. And so I go to the back of the store, I go to the hardware aisle, and she, had dipped off and was like looking at something else in the meantime. And then she comes flying to me and she's like hiding behind me. And she's like, "Oh my God, he's following me through the store." So shortly thereafter, he comes walking around the corner, walks past me, and then he stops and he says, "Hi, are you platinum pussy?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "I'm pretty sure that's you." Like, and now he's defensive because he's like, "I know it's you." And it's like, I'm not platinum at that moment. I'm Carrie. So I wasn't saying it to be rude. I was saying it like I'm not trying to advertise and get on the intercom system to tell the whole store that I am an adult entertainer. So that was my reason for why I answered that way. But he decides, he's like, "Can I get your number?" And I'm like, "You can DM me on social media," which typically I don't answer DMs anyways. But I was like, but I'm not giving out my number. And it was just real awkward because he made it seem like just because he now knows that I go to this Walmart and he saw me there, that now he's somehow entitled to be able to like interact with me personally. And for me, it's just awkward. Like I'm not there as platinum. So, anyways, that's the situation. But when it comes to navigating my situation in a relationship, I have the utmost respect for my partner. And so I do my best to stay out of like I don't shoot any type of hardcore content anymore. The stuff that I do is very fun, and like Anita can tell you, like we do a lot of like social media style stuff. Like we're not out here doing all the crazy nasty stuff like before. But that's my choice. That's what I've chosen to do because I don't feel comfortable in those scenarios anymore. And that was even before I met him. So
But you did
him,
at one point?
yeah,
Okay.
I didn't have a problem with it at one point, but I can say this: it wasn't really my thing. I did it, and I tried to find my comfort zone. I tried to find what I was good at, and I just wasn't having any success. And there are some things that I like to keep private, which is why I don't talk about a lot of personal things on social media or on these lives and whatnot. I try to keep some things, private because most of my life is on the internet. And because I do have content from before that does share my private moments, I'm at a stage in my life now where something's got to be sacred. So those intimate moments and my relationship with my partner, those things are very important to me. And so I protect them. That's why people are like, oh, I see you on social media, but you never post your partner. Why do I need to?
Yeah.
He didn't sign up to be a part of this. So why does he have to be in my content? And I don't need people to see him. I get to see him every damn day.
So
You know what I'm
now,
saying?
that being said, how does he, or have you guys had the discussion? Like, how does he feel about your choice of work? Because I mean, like spade is spade. It's work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So how does that? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he has expressed, he doesn't have a problem with what I do per se. He has the problem with the lack of professionalism from other people and the way that those things are handled. And therefore, that was one of the reasons why, even though I had already decided I wasn't going to do hardcore anymore, he was very adamant about, if that's what you want to do, then maybe this isn't the right situation for us, because he knows how disrespectful people can be, and he just doesn't want to see me be in those situations, or that, like, for instance, in real life type sessions, those are dangerous. People are crazy, and you just never know. Walking into a hotel room or whatever the case may be, you just never know what you're walking into. And so for him, it's like, if I love and care about you, I don't want to be sitting here worried about you every time you decide you want to go be seeing a client. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or every time you want to go shoot a scene or whatever. Like, you just never know those circumstances. There's just too many variables,
Variable.
unknown variables. So for him, and then when you love and care about somebody, you want to protect them. And if you're not there, or you're not in control of the situation, then, there's nothing that you can do. So,
Yeah.
and again, by the time I met him, I was 10 years into my career. I had done the things I wanted to do. I had already established that shooting hardcore scenes and certain aspects of the industry were not for me. I wasn't good at it. I couldn't find what my comfort zone was. And so for me, it's like, when if you can't fix the car, you're gonna stop being an auto mechanic. Now, am I good as a solo performer? I'm great as a solo performer. I'm great when I can just count on myself.
And don't
And so
have to
that
meet someone's. I don't know if expectation is the right word, but meet someone's. Expectation, idea. Whatever. I don't know.
well, here's the thing. Let's just call a spade a spade. When you're having a conversation with somebody, and I know Anita can attest to this, when you're having a conversation with somebody, their demeanor is much different than when you get into a room privately with them and now you're taking off your clothes and doing things in front of a camera. There's a lot of things, and when I say unknown variables, like, let's just talk about hardcore for a second. You get in the room, this guy's been blowing you up or chasing you all over the internet, all over the Exotica show floor, or wherever it is that he's been seeing you, and he's telling you about how bad he wants to collaborate with you. You get him into the room, and now all of a sudden he's having performance issues. Things are awkward. You are stuck in a situation where you don't know if you could be real and be like, "Yo, what's up? Is everything cool? Do you need a Viagra? Like, what's going on here?" Or you're trying to be nice and be like, "It's okay." Either way, it's awkward. He's embarrassed. You're
Got
irritated because you took the time to be in this situation, and now you're spending more time trying to stroke his ego and make sure he's not, totally embarrassed. And at the end of the day, it's a lot of, and then, or you end up doing the marathon mouth movements, hoping that fixes the situation. And when it doesn't, or if it doesn't, then you're tired. And by the time the scene actually gets ready to start, you're just like, what the fuck?
The
So
Fluffinator. Dun dun
yeah.
dun.
Or you get with some, like for me, I think a big portion of it is I am not good with people who are overly arrogant and confident, like not confident, but just arrogant. And it's like, you're not doing me no favors, bro. I can pull anybody that I want.
I'm
Confidence is not,
confident.
I don't lack confidence. So you acting like you're doing me a favor because I'm a BBW or because of whatever reason I'm old or whatever your thing is, like, leave your ego at the door. Leave your ego at the door, especially since
Yeah.
85% of the time you can't even live up to whatever arrogant ego you have presented. You're
Mm.
telling me you're gonna come in like a Lamborghini and you roll in like a fucking Kia. Put, 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 put. Like, come on now. Come on
That
now.
was a spicy statement right there.
Wasn't it?
Coming in
So,
like a Lambo, leaving like a Kia. Dun dun dun.
but and beyond that, a lot of the personalities, like for me, a big issue that I faced frequently was the whole boo loving thing. I'm not trying to boo love with you. We are here to do some work, film a scene, and go about our business. I don't need you to tell me we're gonna be a power couple. I don't need you to tell me that we're gonna do all these things together. Just do the fucking scene and keep it pushing. Period.
Yeah.
And the frustrating part about that aspect is that when they're boo loving on you, they're boo loving on everyone else. And now you got beef with some model because she's like, he was my man first. Like, bitch, what?
Keep him. I don't want him. I
He's
just want
still
that
your
cash.
man. Right. He's still your man. I just had him for a couple hours or a couple minutes, whatever. So yeah, for me to summarize that whole thing, for me, I knew it wasn't my forte. It wasn't my space. I enjoy being behind the scenes. I enjoy this aspect. I enjoy the magazine and the videography and the marketing and the graphic design and that stuff. Being in front of the camera in terms of, you know, that part, just I get a F. Failed. So,
Or fantastic, depending on who you ask.
I mean, for them maybe, but for me not so much. Not only that, like also, because I can go on all day about this, there's a lot of risk involved
Oh yeah.
for very little reward. And I'll tell you one thing that really changed my mind about being in the hardcore part of the industry was that when I make 4 times as much doing fart videos rather than the out, like in comparison to fucking videos, when I'm making 4 times more money and I don't have to depend on nobody to show up or to be a good performer or to get tested or hire a videographer and pay for the hotel and all the things that go into a hardcore scene, when I can pick up my phone and get paid more money, it's a fucking no-brainer.
Just don't end up, shooting nothing out. Because that'll be bad. Then again, there's guys who like that shit too. So
No. I'm good with I'm not
shoot it out.
that's a botch scene. It's shitty.
Literally.
What's your perspective, Anita? How do you navigate this space with a partner?
With a partner, so my partner is very open to all of my
Shenanigans?
dreams and shenanigans is a really good word for it. For all of my shenanigans, just as long as I'm being safe and everything, he's really supportive, thankfully. And he's a lot of the times he's the cameraman, so that's great.
That must be interesting for him. I mean, like, as a solo performer, I'm sure like him being a cameraman is like a lot easier than you being a collaborative performer. You know what I'm
I do
saying?
both. I do both.
No, but what I'm saying is for him as a cameraman
Yeah.
being your man, I'm sure that it's easier for him when you're solo versus when you're collaborating. Because as a dude, there's a whole mental thing You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's still interesting because there's also a lot of people like me who would just get it how you live it. Like, I understand this is your job, and this person is providing, this service to help us be able to take a vacation to the tropics. So yeah, I got it.
Also, keep in mind that I have zero interest, me specifically, I have zero interest in dating co-stars.
Yeah.
I when I walk through the door, whatever business took place outside. I mean, obviously that's changed since then, but even before, like when I was in prior relationships, when I was active, like whatever business I'm just not interested in. Stop texting me. He said I forgot folks want to sell foot pics and shit. But I would leave that, like if you don't want to talk about it, I don't want to talk about it. You know what I mean? And oftentimes I didn't want to talk about it because I didn't have a lot of great experiences. And not to say that other people don't, I truly believe that it just wasn't for me. It was great to like experience it because it definitely expanded, my knowledge base, my experiences. Like it helped me grow as a person to some degree, but at another, like I can't express enough. It just wasn't for me. So, but in a relationship, like it's just like I'm a firm believer now that as long as you nurture your relationship, you respect your partner, and you maintain giving them the things that they need, as long as the relationship doesn't have to suffer, then you should be able to navigate a relationship regardless. Like for me, I'm like whatever my partner does out in the wild is none of my business. As long as my needs are taken care of, I'm happy. I don't have to suffer financially or in any aspect of our relationship. As long as I get the things that I desire and need, and I don't feel like I'm lacking in anything, and you don't bring home no cooties or no kids and no drama. What he does is his business. Does that mean I'm condoning or being like, go out there and cheat? No, I'm just saying, like, and I talked about this earlier. I'm busy working on myself. I need to be the best version of myself. And I can't do that if I'm too busy worrying about what he's doing. I'm not minding my business because I'm minding his.
Yeah, and that's extremely progressive of you, because a lot of times I feel like that's like the definition of an open relationship, but people don't want to admit that communicating fixes so many different things.
It's not an open
Because
relationship,
it,
though.
mm,
Me saying that whatever he does is his business is not a hall pass. It's not an open relationship. It's simply me saying that I don't. I'm
ignorance is
not.
bliss.
Not ignorance is bliss. It's well, I mean, ignorance is bliss. I really don't want to know, but it's more that I don't control him. He's a grown ass man, and if you're in a relationship, that doesn't mean you own the person.
Yeah,
So if he goes out there and does something, if he's being safe, if he's you know being respectful, I guess, of our situation or whatever, and not bringing any mess home or whatever, like what difference does it make? Like I said, I'm getting everything that I need. Now, when I start to lack and, our bills aren't paid and I'm not getting any time, attention, or loving, then yeah, then it's like, okay, now we need, and I've never had that situation yet. So I can say with 100% from my chest, I stand on business that, I'm just not, I feel like it's like this. If you're always looking behind you, you're going to crash the car because you need to be looking forward. I can't be a good driver from the passenger side. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to the road.
there's only but so much driving out the rearview mirror you could do. I got you.
Right. And the things that we want to accomplish in life have nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? He wants me to be successful, so he does everything in his power to make sure that I have the tools and the resources and the support that I need to be successful, and vice versa. Because at the end of everything, before there's a relationship, there's a friendship. And that's my best friend. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that when you make your friendship primary and your relationship is secondary, then it's not about, to me, there's no such thing as cheating. It's just,
And this is why we're friends. I mean, yeah.
I
But I
just,
mean,
it's taken a long time to get there. I'm not going to say that it just, I've been that way my whole adult life, because that's certainly not true. But I
yeah.
also had a Disney perspective of relationships. I was looking for Disney romances and what you think relationships are based on, what the TV tells you, what media tells you, what your parents tell you. And, I find that we have a partnership more than a relationship. And when you have a partnership, the partnership is about both of you being the best versions of yourself, always trying to grow and evolve and be better, and working towards success both individually as well as in a partnership.
Yeah, I got
So
you. And
he's
that's
Burger
also a
King,
whole
I'm
different.
McDonald's, and we combined,
Yo, a good burger is a good burger.
especially at Abbey Burger in Baltimore. That's where we should go Sunday, Anita.
Man, listen, if
Okay.
you're talking burgers, you better see. Now you bring me back to New York, going to Paul's down on St. Mark's by Webster Hall. Don't do that. You got my fat boy kicking in.
Did we go there?
No, I think we went to the one on 76th Street by the cream puff spot. Cause
Oh,
yeah, my chunk, yeah.
what's it called?
The one on St. Mark's,
Yeah,
Paul's.
Paul's, and it's a
Yeah.
burger joint.
Yep, it's on the corner of St. Mark's, right by Pomfret.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm
Where?
talking New York City, not
Yeah, I know.
Baltimore.
Duh.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'll have you know I'm internationally known and locally respected. Okay,
Locally where?
Dover.
Delaware?
Yeah, I didn't say I didn't say it was a major market.
I
I
was
just said
gonna
it was
say,
locally respected.
I think Dover has a population of like 10,000.
Exactly. Okay,
Crazy.
then. See? That means I'm a decent sized fish in a decent sized pond.
Although
Goddamn.
I was surprised to find that Baltimore only has 500,000 people, like the population. I was surprised. And DC has 600 and some thousand, but Puerto Rico has 3.2 million, I think, or
And that shit is
4.2
a lot
million.
smaller.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 4 million people on that little ass island?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico is the size of Long Island, just shaped differently.
Oh, wow. So how
Yeah.
many people are in Long Island?
Google it. I don't know.
I am. Population of Long Island. Oh, 8 million people?
Yeah. Now,
Wow.
wait a minute. You have to remember the geographical size of Long Island also includes Brooklyn and Queens.
Does it?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Geographically speaking, Queens County and Kings County are on the same landmass as Nassau and Suffolk County. So, like, the city is, 5 boroughs, obviously, but Queens and Brooklyn, or Kings and Queens County, are on technically Long Island. So you can technically go from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn to Northampton without crossing a bridge.
Right. Because you just take the Queens,
The BQE, the Brooklyn Queens Expressway,
yeah, Brooklyn
or
Queens.
the Northern State. But either way you put it, that's all one landmass. So the 8 million includes a lot of people from, the city as well, or,
Okay.
the boroughs. But yeah, it's still, yeah. Because you got a major population density just within Brooklyn and Queens. But that's a whole
Okay.
different conversation.
It is. And we were supposed to be ending 40 minutes ago.
Hey, I ain't paying. I mean, oops.
Bye, Lou.
Oh,
Bye.
everyone loves me. Anita, you have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
Look at you. I love it.
If there's
All
a shot
right.
to shoot, that's me. I'm gonna shoot it.
Are you
Duh.
on social media, Mr. Lou?
Probably. Oh, okay. So my Instagram is just_Lou. Because I'm just a Lou. You gotta love me. Get it? Just a Lou. My TikTok, I don't even know what that shit is. Yeah.
It's Big Lou.
No, but that's not
some
even the name.
variation.
That's not. I don't even know
Okay.
how to. That's not even my name. I
Okay.
don't
Well,
know.
just go to Instagram. All right.
Oh, my
Anita.
TikTok is Phoenix_Taz. Fenix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn, Anita. Dum.
You can find me on social media at Anita X Valentina everywhere. And then you can find me on OF at Anita Valentina.
You gotta put me on. And you can find me on iHeartBBW.com everywhere. That's it. If you can find me elsewhere, great. Say hi. What's up? But you can always find us here we're trying to go live every day. We're gonna try.
Yeah.
So far we've gone 2 days in a row, which is
Oh, go
breaking records.
us. Go us.
Go us. Yeah, let's get hold up. I forgot. We got Okay, so now hold on. Are you ready to go, Lou?
You're making me feel so special. Oh.
Aw.
Oh, it's okay. I believe my own hype. I believe my own hype. You should know that by now.
I love going through these. What is this? Oh.
That
So
was
that's
me
what
when I was thinking about. Oh, sorry. Oops.
when we were going through the talking about the stuff. I was looking to see. Oh,
That's me. 'Cause I know I'm. All right. Can you see? I put my social media in the thingamabob. If you can see it, I don't know.
hold
I don't know
on.
how this shit works. In the headline thing or something.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could see it. So yeah, just
Yeah.
point down
Yeah, that.
over.
What the
Yeah,
fuck? Yeah, that. Not to be confused with this, but you know that there.
right.
You know.
Or this.
Absolutely. I want to say to everybody in internet land, whoever's watching, I love you. And in the words of the great prophet Martin Lawrence, Ala la vista, God bless you and good night.
All right, guys. We will see you guys tomorrow, Fashion Friday, where we are gonna pick out our outfits for our shoot on Sunday, which we are taking photos with my photographer for the magazine. So you guys should tune in. We're gonna have some tips and tricks on how to style certain pieces and see what we come up with for our photo shoots. And
Yes.
we're supposed to go live Sunday.
We'll
And
go
you're gonna
live
be here.
photo shoot.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
I'll leave in time to get home to go live.
Well, we're gonna do it together. But anyways, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Check out our schedule, our live schedule, and till tomorrow.
Bye.
See you guys later.